Hi, this is Vicki from Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome to our new learning session on sports. You know, sports is such a nice way to get active, learn how to be competitive, and to be kind when you play. There are so many sports for the child to choose from, and I'm sure your little ones actually have favorite outdoor sports that they like to play. Well, team sports are kind of out of our realm as we don't really meet as a group, but we thought it would be fun to explore a number of sports indoors. Don't worry, these are all grown up approved indoor activities and they're sure to delight and not cause fright. We have three books for this session. The first book is entitled A Big Guy Took My Ball. And it's an Elephant and Piggy book, which is a part of a series of books featuring the two characters, Piggy and Elephant. The story starts when Piggy tells his friend Elephant that someone took his ball. I'll let Nicole, our storyteller, tell you the rest. Our second book, for many of our little ones, their first team sport that they'll probably experience may be T-ball. And Froggy is going to learn how to play T-ball, and we get to share his first time playing T-ball, which should be some fun. The Field is a lovely book about an open field where children come to play soccer. I love the illustrations, and I can almost feel the wind coming through my hair as I go in to score goal. It's so excited. Well, this is activity number one, and it's actually tape games. All the games are described on the sheet that was attached to class tag. And all of those games, the only thing you need to play them is a piece of tape. So we provided you with a roll of masking tape. The tapes actually focus on controlling our bodies and providing them balance and movement challenges. And the sheet provides some ideas for some challenges to offer. I'll show you two here. The first one is just a child trying to walk and stay on the line or the tape when they actually walk. If they fall off, don't stay on the line, they need to go back to the beginning of the tape and try again. To make these challenges actually more complicated, you can complicate the movement, like asking them to hop on the line or walk backwards, or you can add speed. Both of those will make it more complicated. The second picture here presents challenges to help find the limits of their reach or the limits of how far they can jump. Unlike us, they'll probably, with their little nimble bodies, be able to improve significantly their reach and jumping skills just during the short time that we'll be focusing on sports. Activity number two, well, we've gone back to a learner favorite to learn some new words, namely bingo. There are 28 words that we're going to be actually learning, and in your bag you'll find a bingo card and some calling cards like the one on the right to actually show the picture along with the word. To play, each player is actually going to get their bingo card, and then the caller calls out the image, and if the player has it on their card, they mark it with a token. And you can decide what winning constitutes, whether or not they fill up the card or they fill up a diagonal or a vertical or horizontal line. You choose. Well, this activity is activity number three. If you want, you can actually create an optional scoreboard, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. For this game, you're going to need two players. Each player gets a straw and blows either to keep the player from scoring by moving the ball the other way or to blow the pom pom to score themselves. It's super fun, and you can certainly keep score, which is a great way to include some math. Depending on where your child is in their numeracy mastering, you can either use tokens or print numbers. I would suggest starting with the tokens. You can create two piles, but if you're going to be using print numbers, you want to create two sections on a piece of paper. So let's start with the tokens. Using the tokens in your teacher's kit, you remember the ones that are red on one side and the other side is yellow. One team will be red, the other will be yellow. You make two squares on the piece of paper, and every time a team makes a goal, you add an additional token of their color in their square, and then have the child count the tokens for the square. If you're working with print numbers, you'll need your tokens, a 10 grid, and two of your paper rulers. First, have the child make the number using the tokens, and then you can write and they can copy it on the print number on those paper rulers. Well, this rounds out the activities for this week. I hope you enjoy week one's games.